Welcome to Newsmaking Headlines on June 6th. Yes, as the election draws closer, whole news obviously dominate Thai newspapers' front pages. But first, it looks like we have a positive development between Thailand and Cambodia. Though both are fighting a court battle at The Hague in Switzerland over the Preah Vihear temple, the two nations are ready for negotiations. But whether it will actually lead anywhere is anyone's guess. Matichon says Hun Sen proposes 3 points to boost ties. Opposite accepts to withdraw troops and operate a business together on condition that Cambodia withdraws the Preah Vihear case from the International Court and together with Thailand restarts the whole process of applying for Preah Vihear to become a World Heritage Site. Cambodian PM Hun Sen's 3 point proposal is that the two countries withdraw troops from the border, co-invest in business projects on the disputed 4.6 square kilometers of land, and establish committees responsible for work on land demarcation. So why is he coming out with such proposals now? Does he smell defeat in the Preah Vihear case being heard at the International Court of Justice? For his part, Abhisit Vejjajiva is not buying the proposal right away. He said if Hun Sen is sincere, the first thing he must do is withdraw the case from the World Court and allow Thailand to join Cambodia in registering Preah Vihear as a World Heritage Site. The ball's now in Hun Sen's court, and hopefully there is light at the end of a long, dark tunnel. Now, Yingluck's move to seek a meeting with Army Chief Prayut Chan-o-cha, or Big Two, has of course met with heavy criticism from her political rivals. Matichon and Thairat have highlighted Deputy PM Suthep's remarks over the move. Both newspapers' main headlines shout, Suthep hits out at Yingluck, saying she's artificial in seeking to meet Big Two. Suthep, no doubt, is hammering away at the Democrats' rivals, even though such attacks are being criticized as unconstructive. Suthep said Yingluck is merely trying to erase the negative image of the Pheu Thai party after an attempt to destroy and burn down Bangkok. Other critics believe Yingluck's action is a preemptive move against a coup. Matichon has a point when it praises Yingluck, saying her smart move to turn enemies into friends is a strength Thaksin doesn't have. The article said unlike her brother, who is known as tit-for-tat man, Yingluck is resorting to a soft approach to win the battle. Meanwhile, PM Apisit is firmly sticking to his stand by opposing the granting of amnesty to Thaksin, advising Thais not to allow Thaksin to use them as a ladder to grant him clemency. Apisit was responding to reports that Thaksin, who faces a 2-year jail term on corruption charges if he returns to Thailand, has proposed a 4-step amnesty plan which includes changing the court verdict from a 2-year jail term to a suspended sentence. That brings us to Thai Post main headlines which screams, Do not be stepped on. Sub-headline state, Abhisit stirs the public, telling them not to be Thaksin slandered. Amnesty tampers with justice system. The newspaper's report says Thaksin has proposed what is seen as an excuse for his amnesty plan, saying that whenever there's a coup makers tear up the constitution and write an amnesty law for themselves to escape justice. So why can't he also be granted amnesty? Well, there's a difference. In Thaksin's case, he has already been convicted of grave charges. Komchatluk, meanwhile, puts Sanan Kajon Prasad in the spotlight, highlighting his election strategy of reconciliation. His main headline shouts, Breaking Democrat Pheu Thai Impasse. Sanan proposes third party form government. Well, Chathai Patana chief advisor Sanan, who had earlier been in the news for saying his party will side with the camp that brings about reconciliation, has now come up with a has now come up with a call for Pheu Thai and the Democrats to shake hands for the sake of the country. Unrealistic? Definitely. Because among other things, while the Thaksin camp is focusing on amnesty, the Democrats strongly oppose it. Well, if indeed a third party, or the so-called third polar, made up of smaller parties, is to form the next government, it must be able to muster more than 100 seats, or just forget about it. Before we go, here's a golden retriever that's won the first round in the four-legged model contest. The top four winners will be photographed for a lovely calendar with income from sales donated to charity to help suffering dogs.